Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Wyandotte, and welcome once again to the best show on Wyandotte Cable. Today, Ryan and I are giving gifts to the rich and famous. We're also going to be joined for an interview by Muffy the elf straight from the North Pole. And as I understand it, Ryan, you've prepared a song for us?
Yes, Joel. I'm going to sing my version of Silent Night, and I hope everyone's ready. I've been really practicing the pipes.
Let's hear it.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Well, normally I would tell you if I've heard better from the all-deaf choir. But, since it's Christmas, not too bad, buddy.
Christmas eggs! Ryan, no, you're crushing me. It's supposed to be a silent night.
My rectum just fell out. Well, it is indeed the Christmas season, and we're ready to spread some Christmas cheer. Ryan and I have decided that we're going to give some gifts away this holiday season to the rich and famous. And now some of these people have been naughty, but everyone deserves a gift on Christmas.
You know, Joel, we make hundreds of thousands of dollars per episode of the Mud Puppets, so we can afford to send these gifts to people. And all right, this first guy's not lacking in money. That much is obvious. Good old Donald Trump. And I'm going to give Donald the Lego Build Your Own Border Wall playset. He's going to be able to go out and put it together piece by piece and just have himself a nice little wall there, Joel.
I've been wondering how he planned to pay for that.
Yeah, but you know, there's also an added security feature, because if anyone's trying to cross the border and they step on one of those pieces, they will die.
That does hurt like hell.
Yeah, you're not going to make it through.
Do you think Donald will share with the other children?
No. Those are all his.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a gift this next guy.
Oh.
He's definitely into sharing, and that is Charlie Sheen. And what he be sharing is the AIDS. That's right, Charlie Sheen's contracted AIDS, but you know what, that's okay. We're gonna help him out with that because he went from hashtag winning to hashtag dying. Charlie, what we have for you is a complete series of 2.5 Men on Blu-ray. How about that?
That's awesome.
Well, and I tell you what, that's going to make things great for him because when the Grim Reaper does come to claim his life, things won't seem so bad.
Yeah. It's good. He stayed positive through all this, which is nice. You know, Joel, my next celebrity is Lamar Odom.
Oh, Lamar.
Oh, and after his recent drug overdose, we decided to get him some Sasquatch repellent so the next time his ex-wife, Khloe Kardashian, can't come pawing around making it all about her.
Well, that's great. You know, luckily the NBA owners already know his career's over, so that's good though. He'll be able to at least keep the Wookiees away.
Yeah, you don't want a Wookiee around you.
All right, you know who I have next. Now this guy's been naughty, very, very naughty. This fella right here, Wayne LaPierre, the NRA spokesman. A lot of debate over these mass shootings. Is it the guns? Is it not the guns? One thing's for certain, Wayne, you don't have to worry anymore, little buddy. This Christmas, we're getting Wayne LaPierre a real live penis.
Wow.
That's right, you can set the gun aside, Wayne. You don't have to pretend anymore. You'll have a real hunk of man meat between your legs. And you know what?
What?
This is extra special because this particular penis is coming from Caitlyn Jenner. She doesn't need it anymore.
You know what? I love that idea, Joel. That's very green. I hear they kept it fresh in a pickle jar for
They
us.
did, yeah.
So that's nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, next up for us, local celebrity Jim Bob Cooter, Lions offensive line coach.
The Coot Man.
And you know, Jim Bob Cooter, Joel, when Cooter came to town, I was kind of rough on Cooter. And when I'm rough on Cooter, I go all in.
Cooter took a pounding.
Cooter took a pounding, but you know what I like about Cooter?
What's that?
Cooter can handle it.
Yes, he can.
So what do we get him? The book, How to Deal with Having a Punny Name. Just a book.
Yeah, I mean, the last guy got a penis.
You know what? I don't even like Jim Bob Cooter that much, so that's why. Just
a name like Jim Bob Cooter, I'm not sure he knows how to read.
He doesn't know how to read. Someone will read it to him.
Okay.
Some kind soul.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, up next, we have a gift for someone else who's been rather naughty this year. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, looking like a turtle.
Hello.
You know, the Senate Republicans recently voted down a bill that would have kept guns out of the hands of suspected terrorists, but they didn't want to infringe on their rights. Woo! Anyways, Mitch, it's okay. It's okay. What we have for you and your fellow Republicans in the Senate is chapstick. And a lot of it. We've got it coming in bulk because after the gift we just gave Wayne LaPierre, oh, you boys are going to need it. You don't want those lips cracked. You got to keep them nice and moist. And I'll tell you what, Mitch, we're even going to throw in some mouthwash.
I hope they take their time, let those scars heal up first.
Well, they're a rabid bunch. I don't know that they'll be able to control themselves.
I don't want that snapping turtle near you. Can take it clean off. Now, Joel, my last gift is for the beautiful, timeless Betty White. And Betty,
here we go.
I'm looking into that camera and I'm looking into your eyes and into your soul. And your gift is a one-way ticket to a place I like to call Pound Town.
Oh.
And Betty, I'm not a gentle lover. I'm what some people call a hulking mass of gelatinous goo. And when this goo gets moving, it don't stop, Betty, not until you're satisfied. So Betty, I'm going to take you, I'm going to lay you down by the fire, and I am going to make the most passionate and sweet love of your whole 150-year life. And so, Betty, look in my eyes and know this. You'll never be loved like this again because it will probably kill you.
He's not kidding.
I'm not.
When this gets moving, it's like a cup of Jell-O jigglers. It don't stop.
It does not stop.
Don't stop.
She's my hall pass my wife gave me.
And you picked Betty White.
So as long as I get in there before the grave gets her, I'm all good.
Okay. We've got one more gift. And this guy's probably been naughtier than all the rest. Ex-Subway spokesman Jared Fogle. There he is. Don't get too close, kids. He's now serving a 15-year stint in the pen for diddling kitties. But again, it's Christmas. Everybody deserves a gift at Christmas.
Sure.
So what we have for Jared, we suspect you've not experienced your last foot long. So what the Mud Puppets have for you is a sweet onion, chicken teriyaki scented butt plug with industrial strength suction. They ain't pulling that plug.
Well, why does it have to be sweet onion chicken teriyaki?
Well, there's been some research done on inmates, and it seems that the scent that repels them the most is sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Plus, if they do manage to extract it, it has certain herbs and spices, it will burn.
So this is like a double security measure for his bunghole.
Yes, it is.
We're really going out of our way to help this pedophile at Christmas.
No, we're in the giving mood this holiday season.
This is like Charles Dickens or something.
So I hope all of you people enjoy those gifts from the Mud Puppets. And you know, we're not done with the Christmas fun here today. No. Ryan, coming into studio today from the North Pole, Muffy the Elf.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, I have some business to attend to. I have to step away, but don't worry. Cameraman Tim is actually going to sit in on this interview with you. You won't be riding alone. Stay tuned, folks. Muffy the Elf will be here right now. Let's take a little look at one of our podcast promos, Mud Puppets Radio. This is how bad the Lions are.
Yeah.
Even when they win a game and the final score comes up and the players leave the field and they go to commercial, I'm staring at that television and I think, no, they're going to lose this game.
Welcome back to the show, folks. And unfortunately, Mud Puppet Joel had a disagreement on politics with someone in the hall. He's going to be busy for a couple hours probably. I'm joined by cameraman Tim here to help me out with an interview. And of course, we want to say hello to our special guest all the way from the North Pole, Muffy, the North Pole elf. Muffy?
Oh, I'm so excited to be here in Wyandotte.
Wow, you are enthusiastic.
Very enthusiastic.
I brought gifts.
Wow, that's
generous.
Yeah,
that's very nice. Oh, what'd you bring?
Oh, candy cane.
Look at Ryan. Look at this.
Oh, thank you, Muffy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, they're colorful. They're not the.
They have an odd.
Yeah.
Muffy, what are you doing?
I'm kind of afraid to eat this.
All right, we're not going to eat this right now.
We'll save them for later.
Save them for later. Good idea, Tim. Now, Muffy, let me ask. Obviously, based on your reaction, I'm guessing this is your first time you've left the North Pole.
They don't let us out too often, no.
No. What do you think of the city of Wyandotte?
It's wonderful. I was out around town earlier today. So many scrumptious young men.
Wow.
Yes, very interesting.
Muffy, you seem kind of, I guess a PC way to say it would hot to trot. You seem like, are you not around a lot of young, eligible men?
Santa cracks down on any sort of elven foreplay up at the North Pole.
Are you saying that Santa doesn't allow you guys to date or to marry or have physical relationships?
I'm saying you don't, that Santa's a certified
Wow.
That's
Muffy.
I would never have thought of that.
Language, this is Muffy, you could save some of that for later. You don't have to go so wild. No one's gonna take it away from you.
Okay. Now I'm intrigued by this candy cane. I wonder what it tastes like, but it smells funky.
Starting to wonder what's in it. Now, Muffy, let me ask you this: we've had Santa on our show before, Scumbag Santa, a few times. There are some people who are not so happy with his policies, and you've already brought that up. What's the work life like up there at the North Pole for you guys?
Yes, I'm interested.
Oh, it's quite a pace cranking out all those toys. Yeah, he cracks the whip pretty good. Yeah.
Now you say that with a big smile on your face. Do you like when he cracks the whip?
The whip?
Oh, now you're speaking my language, big boy.
Muffy, are you into discipline? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Muffy's into a lot of things there, Mud Puppet. Ryan.
Wow. Now, I almost hate to go here, Muffy, with my next question, but the reindeer up at the North Pole.
Yes.
There's a lot of rumors. Is Rudolph's nose really red? And the rumor is that might have been caused by a sexually transmitted disease. Is there any truth to that?
No.
Okay,
no,
so it's
no,
false.
it's so untrue. It's so untrue. Common misconception. No, the reindeer are all coke addicts.
Coke addicts?
Addicts.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
I'll let you in on a little secret. Sometimes old Muffy might sneak into their stash.
Muffy, I'm starting to feel that your vices, sexually and perhaps chemically, are really taking over your life.
Really imbalanced.
Yeah.
I was upset not to be able to meet Mud Puppet Joel. He's an awfully handsome man. But this young one, who did you say he was again?
This is cameraman Tim. He's just turned 18, Muffy, so he is legal.
Ryan, please don't. Please don't, Ryan.
Cameraman Tim, stop them up, 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 stop them up.
Now, Muffy, how old are you, if I may ask?
Yes.
It's not always nice to ask a young lady that, but...
Oh, it's okay. Us elves, we live long lives. Well, I remember celebrating my 232nd, I think it was, not too long ago.
232, and...
You lose track of time after all that time. You're working away in the workshop.
Now, for an elf, does that mean you're in your sexual prime right now?
You want to find out? Muffy is not adverse to, shall we say in these parts, three-ring!
Muffy. Muffy, no.
Muffy,
you're running in place like a Scooby-Doo character that's frightened, and it's really...
I'm sorry, I apologize.
If I may ask,
may.
Have you ever had, you could say, an established relationship with any other elf?
That's a good question. Have you been in like a long-term relationship?
Long-term, I wouldn't say that, but I've been in many, and many an elf has been in Muffy.
Wow, Muffy. When you say, Tim, I hate to even ask for clarification, but I'm going to. When you say many, give us a ballpark figure. Would they fit in a ballpark?
Yeah. Would.
Oh, the math.
I need my abacus. We make those in the North
Muffy.
Pole. Carry the 5. Hold on. Divided by. I would say in my 232 years, I'll tell you what, I got that bitch Betty White beat. I would say my elven partners, and this is just elves. This isn't counting humans or reindeer or Yukon Cornelius. I think it's right around 641.
641.
They're all delicious.
Just as a warning, if you ever impugn Betty White's name again, I will hit you. But Muffy, again, Tim, I hate to do this.
I know,
Ryan. I feel like I'm setting myself up for these horrible topics.
Right.
Come on, boys.
I wonder how her family life was.
That's a great question. How was your family life, Muffy? Were your parents also elves? How exactly does that work? Muffy, you need to calm down a little bit.
All I'll say is many generations of my family have been elves. And you may have noticed I have a certain glandular issue.
Yeah, again, and I don't want to be rude, but most elves are small, sprightly people. You're kind of big for an elf, right?
And jittering in the place.
How do you think I dominate them all?
And what's with the...
Merry Christmas indeed!
Muffy, what's
the facial hair?
Yeah, you seem to have...
A beard?
Yeah, a little bit of a beard going on.
Is it not enough I admitted to having a glandular condition, okay? You think us elves aren't like human beings? We have issues too. There's disease, all right? There's mental retardation, okay?
Oh.
There's all sorts of megalomania, all right?
Now, is this beard a turn-on for the men? For the elves? Is this beard really... You say it's a high number.
For some of them, if you must know.
Do they like the razor burn when they're making out with you? Muffy, I'm going to have to take that candy cane away from you, I think. You're being really inappropriate. Muffy, that's...
It's the Mud Puppet Show. This is how they told me you guys liked it in the North Pole.
Muffy is pretty big, so I hate to bring this in, but when you're having intercourse with these other elves, how does this work?
Works just fine for me, cameraman.
Do they have to bring like a step ladder or?
Well, it depends where the lovemaking takes place. There's so many places at the workshop in the North Pole. Oh, one time I had a randy affair in the ballroom.
Now, have you ever had an affair with Santa Claus himself?
Oh, that's a good question.
St. Nicholas. All I'll say about this, because, I am a lady.
The Mrs. Claus.
I am a lady. It's not only a suit that's red.
Wow. All right, Muffy. Before this goes any further, we need to get to our game. This or that.
Muffy loves games.
And this time you're playing this or that Studs Edition. Because we know you like men a lot. Each question will be which man you would rather take into your being. Number 1, A.C. Slater or Zach Morris?
Oh, from Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, baby.
Get the North Pole. Well, I do like me some blonde hair and blue eyes, but We have a lot of that at the North Pole.
Right.
So I'm gonna take me some of that North.
Wow.
Little bit of Latin love, you know what I'm saying.
Very.
Well, on that token, number 2 might be interesting. Donald Trump or President Obama?
Oh, come on. That's an easy one for Muffy. The commander-in-chief. Oh, command me, boy.
Wow,
Oh,
Muffy.
yeah.
Kind of figured after the first
I want an
question.
executive order.
This quiz was just a bad idea.
Yeah, it was, Ryan.
The next one.
Now this one goes back a little bit. These guys were big studs in the 80s. They're kind of crazy now. Tom Cruise or Mel Gibson?
Ooh.
Well,
One's a Scientologist, one's a raging anti-Semite.
I'm used to little guys,
Right?
so I think I'll have to go the opposite. Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Wow.
Only if he wears the paint from Braveheart.
You want to experience the passion, huh?
Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
All right, now,
Okay.
this is 2 former guests we've had on our show for our Christmas specials. Scumbag Santa, who apparently you've had a relationship with, or Porthole Pete.
Okay, I've actually had relations with all of them.
Oh,
wow.
Scumbag Santa is not the Santa that I know. Okay?
Oh.
That's his brother.
Oh,
right.
interesting.
But if I had to give
wow.
it another whirl, I'm due to get some shots anyway, so Porthole Pete!
Uppy. There are
Okay.
no shots that can cure you of what Porthole Pete has. And for the final one, because you told us you like 3 ways, you can
Not
pick
just 3 ways, all ways.
you can pick 2 of the following 3.
2 of the following 3.
Ooh.
Mud Puppet Ryan, myself,
Okay.
Mud Puppet Joel, or Cameraman Tim.
Ryan.
Well,
I'm sorry,
no,
Tim.
I don't like to limit myself, okay? If I'm in the mood for some squish games, I'm going with MPR.
Wow.
But in general, I'm gonna have to go with Cameraman Tim.
Wow.
If he'll oblige. And Mud Puppet Joel, oh, he really makes it to where Muffy's got a bottle beneath her.
I shouldn't feel bad that I wasn't picked. I do a little bit.
I do too, Ryan.
Now, Muffy, this seems like a bad idea, but I didn't know beforehand. This is your prize for playing our game. A large candy cane. There you go.
Muffy likey. Oh, I can have this right here on the set, right?
You can.
You can.
What the hell?
Muffy.
What? I gotta open it.
Okay.
Oh.
Muffy is taking a knife to this candy
Well,
cane.
giving her credit, those things are hard to open.
Muffy, oh my God. I did not know you had such a large knife.
Oh,
Wow.
she just
Oh,
dropped the
thank
knife.
you guys so much. It's been a pleasure to be on your show.
You know, you could have that.
How do you eat these things? Is it like this?
Oh my God. Muffy, that's.
Muffy likey. If there's any single boys out there in Wyandotte. Gulp.
Well, I would like to thank Muffy for being on our last show. Muffy,
Delicious.
we're going to get you a ticket back to the North Pole. And
Yes.
folks, we are going to go to another promo for Mud Puppets Radio. Please enjoy. Being a gigantic man, I'm something of a trendsetter when it comes to fat people's issues. Joel, you're back.
I took care of the business I had to take care of, yes.
Miss Muffy.
Well, I did run into Muffy in the hallway.
Oh.
Had a curious trail behind her.
Yeah, don't taste that.
It smelled like candy canes.
It's not.
Okay. Oh, well, anyway, be sure to check out Mud Puppets Radio. And before we get out of here today, Ryan, you've prepared a Christmas story for us.
Joel, every year I'd like to do something like this for Christmas. So this year I present to you guys Santa the Socialist.
Oh, great.
Little Johnny was a boy of 10 who loved the Christmas season. But this year he was feeling blue for a very specific reason. He sought out his father and spilled out his troubles without a pause. "Dad, I've got a few doubts about the man they call Santa Claus. His father listened and said, Son, I always knew someday you'd ask about this. It breaks my heart to have to tell you, my boy, but Santa is a socialist. That jolly old elf wears red for a reason, and it's not just to celebrate the holiday season. Yes, son, Santa is a stinking socialist. He's a pinko, a commie, a dirty hippie. But Dad, aren't communism and socialism different? Son, don't get lippy. Santa teaches children that getting gifts for free is the ultimate goal. He's teaching future welfare kings and queens to be on the government dole. My boy, the North Pole is not a fantasy land of toys and snow and roller coasters. It's a Planned Parenthood clinic covered in Bernie Sanders posters. Johnny's father was wild-eyed and ranting like a berserker. Santa watches MSNBC and he reads the Daily Worker. Santa wants to take our guns. Santa doesn't think that blue lives matter. And here is the worst news yet. Santa wasn't even born in this country, and we've still never seen his long-form birth certificate. Yes, son, your fears are true. Santa is a socialist. He lives like a fat cat on our tax money. And don't get me started on that Allah praising tooth fairy or that thug the Easter bunny.
Oh my God.
The end. Oh, beautiful. Heartfelt. Heartfelt. You just feel it right here.
And
a little bit in my arm.
Well,
like
that could be
a
the heart
tingling.
attack coming on that we've been waiting for years.
Oh, it passed.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, and on that note, of course, if you want to appear on the show as Muffy the Elf did today, do you have a group you would like to promote? Some talent you'd like to display? You can come on the Mud Puppet Show. All you have to do is send us an email to themudpuppets@gmail.com. Ryan and I will get that message. Check out our website, mudpuppets.com. That will link you to all of our social media, the Facebook, where you can like the fan page and become our friend. On YouTube, of course, we have 165 videos and counting on there. You can subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and watch them all. And then, of course, the WordPress blog, where we post behind-the-scenes stories about this here show right here. And now, of course, we have the SoundCloud. And on the SoundCloud, you can listen to 54 episodes and counting of Mud Puppets Radio. It's raw. It's uncut. It's uncensored.
Downright filthy.
It's some good stuff. And then on Twitter, I'm at Mud Puppet Joel. He's at Mud Puppet Ryan. And that's going to do it for us in the year of our Lord, 2015. And for those of you worrying, saying, hey, nothing on the city council, tune in next year. Because coming in January, our next episode, we're going to have a State of the City address. And we're going to be all over that. And one last Christmas gift to Councilman Ted McCura.
Oh, really?
A pair of balls, buddy, because we stayed in Jack from you. Merry Christmas, my dad. We'll see you in the new year.
I'd say Happy Kwanzaa, but in Wyandotte, I don't think there's.
So black people in white, that save your breath, man.
It doesn't.
Happy Kwanzaa.
It was the Mud Puppet Show.